Hello, I'm here to talk to you today about this book that I brought out in 2020, right before the dreaded global pandemic shut everything down. God, when I was editing this 4 years ago, it never once crossed my mind. Oh, I know, publishing a drum book will be great when the live performance industry grinds to a halt for the foreseeable future. Anyway, here it is. I know a lot of you know about it and are on board with some of the concepts. They're really interesting concepts. They're all a little bit off the wall in some ways. They're not like the same old stuff that you read in so many of the other drum books, but they are proven in that I've been working with them in my own playing for at least 30 years in a lot of instances, and they've been very much pivotal in enabling me to develop my own way of doing things. And when you develop your own way of doing things on the instrument, then you can't help but begin to sound like yourself. And that I've been able to do side by side with the kind of ongoing process of being a working professional musician. Just to highlight a few of the things that are in here, the first section deals with sticking patterns and how there are only 12 possible things that your hands can do. And everything that you will ever play is a composite of these 12 small elements. 4 of them are comprised of 2 notes, and the remaining 8 are comprised of 3 notes. And let's say everything we do is composites of that. And then the next thing is to take those sticking patterns, and instead of just playing them in constant subdivision all the time, we take the sticking patterns and superimpose them over different rhythms. So let's take a very simple, familiar 4-note sticking, which is right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, and just superimpose that over a different rhythm. And this is a great technique stretcher. This is actually what you need to do when you're playing music. Very little of what we do consists of playing endless semiquavers, 16th notes if you prefer, end to end. Actually having the rhythmic dexterity to perform these different things. As I say, it's a great technique stretcher. Another thing that's in there is taking sticking patterns, and there are some personal sticking patterns in there. Again, they're kind of a little bit more long form. They resolve over longer phrase lengths than normal, like 4 or 3 or 6 note sticking patterns tend to do. And they're a bit more akin to the kind of ideas that I use when I'm improvising. And then I demonstrate how you can take those sticking patterns, assign the right hand part to the bass drum, and then by dropping out some of the left hand bass drum, you can actually make patterns that are viable and usable, whereas you wouldn't really want to be playing something that was quite that busy all the way through. And so that's part of it, the groove application of stickings. Then there's a thing called dexterity, and that's where you take familiar stickings, the stickings that we do all know and use, and do this kind of thing with them. Now, if you wind that few seconds of the video back slowly and look at it, you'll see that I'm actually playing right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, but over different rhythms. And that's the concept that I call dexterity. It's a bit similar to the sticking thing that I was talking about a moment ago, but it comes at it from a completely different angle. Then perhaps my favorite concept is this thing of orchestration and how and how we can use all the different tonal possibilities based around any three sound sources to really open up the drum set. So everything becomes a lot less snare drum centric. Anyway, those are some of the key things in the book. And why am I telling you about this today? Because you've heard this all before. I've been on here numerous times before, banging on about this, like, what's in here and how good it all is. Well, the key difference is that now you can get this as a digital download, and it's available from the store page of my website. The weather here is horrible today. It's wet, it's raining, even feeling a bit chilly in the custom-built drum studio, where of course you find me this afternoon. But if you'd like to check this out, now available as a digital download, go to the web address that's coming up on the screen right now and take a look at it. And I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you soon.